I had to think about the young bros winning as they win more and more, and as time goes on and they get to be older men. And you know, I'll level with some of you young guys that tight, excellent, are you gonna do it? Yeah, that worked out perfect. This will seem weird, but as time goes on, the need for the ladies does kind of fade. It's not as strong as it when you're younger. It's just not as strong. It's because you realize it's work. And then there also comes the whole thing of like my dad said, 23 hours of it is talking. And, 23 hours of love is talk. And so it's one of these things that's like, it just, the whole point is that you would want to sit and talk with this person for the rest of their life, because for the most part, that's where women's heads are at. They just want to sit around and chat and eat, talk about what they're eating, and then talk about things that they see that interest them. And I mean, really, like it's actually a little depressing. And this is what I mean. Boys, Asclepius is us. That's ours. Plato, he is ours. The Isley brothers, they are ours. Ours alone. Black men, white men, Hispanic men, Disco Fuentes is ours and ours alone. It is a treasure only known to us. We hold the secrets. The greats of boxing, the greats of wrestling, the rock and roll song, The Crusher, by the guy who would later become the pro wrestler known as The Crusher. So he made his own theme song as a teenager about being a pro wrestler, only to become the pro wrestler he dreamed of in his rock song. And apparently he was a well-known pro wrestler. The Crusher. I highly suggest looking it up. And it's ours alone. It's a secret of history only we give a shit about, because history is ours. They don't care about history. They care about food and what's around them for about 100 feet. I'm sorry. It's sad. The history of math, yeah, you'll find one woman out of like 200-300 who's interested in the history of mathematics and the history of number theory. That's us, boys, and us alone. And eventually it becomes, you understand why George Herbert wrote the character, the God Emperor of Dune. The God Emperor of Dune at one point sits there, and this one person who he's bringing in, I think it's Shiona, is what her name was in the series. It was the woman who ends up going to assassinate him successfully with the Duncan. And at one point, she realizes how horribly alone a living God would be. Somebody who could see everything that will ever happen, has known everything that has happened, and all permutations that could be, and desperately, desperately wants to die. That the only way that he can succeed in saving the species is as if the species successfully kills him. George Herbert was brilliant in this concept, and that he didn't even have to take it to the point where he writes out the philosophical end of it and the ramifications. No, George Herbert just presents the God Emperor of Dune and the killers as people who are experiencing his existence, and that he must go, for he is the tyrant, the great worm. And so this world, all of these kind of things, these great works, it's us. It's only us. They don't appreciate it. They just don't. They don't care. Notice of class action settlement. Oh, this is not for me. That's for somebody who used to live here. Okay. But, it's us alone, and it does become very lonely. This is especially once, like, young men, once you sober up a little. And, you know, and when you sober up a bit and you start to really, like, find stuff you're interested in, you find, like, how lonely it is to be interested in some things that just nobody understands, or they would take them a really long time to understand. Well, with women, they just never will. Their interests are only the things they like. Even look at when they desperately try to pretend like they liked comic books and they liked things like that. And so what did they do? They destroyed them. They destroyed it all. You know, oh yeah, I like Star Wars. I'm Kathleen Kennedy. I totally like Star Wars, and ruins it. Not just ruins it. Utterly and completely and totally destroys it. Such that now it's the realm, Star Wars is the realm of people who like poorly written stories in science fiction. Like it's literally like a poorly written series, like what you would love if you love poorly written sci-fi. There's no way of bringing it back, really. And in bringing it back, it would make it only more clear how it was totally ruined. And that just character after character and idea after idea, it's all just stuff women. See, because women won't. There's no woman out there who can make the Golden Girls again. Women can't make Friends again. They can't make these shows any longer. They can't write these shows any longer. There is no woman who could write Sex in the City anymore. They're just not out there. They just don't care about having that level of talent. Otherwise, the shows would be out there. Otherwise, people would always be talking about this shit. These would be, you know, like how Sex in the City established some of the saddest archetypes. And that it was always the brunette was going to be the winner. By the end of it, you always knew the brunette was going to be the winner because the redhead really wasn't that hot. And, yeah. And that she was the winner. She was the one that should be married and all that, and get the rich guy. And I mean, because it made sense, you know. And a lot of you young men should just understand. It's just there's things they just don't care. They don't care, even when they're in a field that you would think it would be in their interest to give a shit. Most of them won't. Oh, I like going to the gym. You know, now she actually, like, you know, participate, you know, like, oh yeah, I'm doing this program where I'm going to be doing, you know, progressive calisthenics and blah blah blah. And it's like, oh my gosh, oh, you're always at the gym. Oh, you blah blah blah, always working out. You know, no, let's not go to the gym. Let's go and eat things and talk about what we're eating. You know. Well, are they interested in dojis? No. Not Dogecoin, dojis, like from well, I'll let you guys look it up. A good portion of you know. But, you know, are they really interested in the supply chain? Are they really interested in the ramifications of the fact that we're running out of truckers, we're running out of the people who could keep the trains going, and that there is no way that we're going to be able to suddenly train millions of people who don't speak English to suddenly, like, just jump on the fucking, you know, rail lines and start fixing everything? No. They don't care. In fact, I mean, even just the idea of, well, what are we going to do once all these people are here? Being that that's women's, that it was the women who wanted that shit. It's the women who've been, doing this. It's they're like all the illegal immigration. It's them defending it. Stupid hoes defending things that they don't understand. And so what? Oh, what are we gonna do? No, they don't know. They don't know how to make the economy soak these people in. They don't understand. The reason why people have bad grammar is because women control the educational system, and women don't understand why the rules of grammar should be the way they are or are the way they are. That's why the pronoun thing's happening. They don't care that would make it impossible to actually understand who you're speaking about unless you went specifically out of your way. Or this is the thing, is if you were writing down information like in a court, if you're the stenographer, this whole thing, this is going to ruin stenography. Yeah. Yeah. So, gentlemen, the one of the key things, though, is the end of things, the end of this era. It's us. We only understand. Only those of us on the deep right. Some of the people who are, more moderate, they get, like, this could be bad. This is likely very bad. But only we understand that we were there to see demographic decline. Remember, Charlie Kirk had to be scared into admitting we were correct. So a lot of the right, it's going to take a long time for them to finally be like, yeah, you guys were right. So it's going to be there's going to be a loneliness of knowing that that you're going to be looking for people. You'll be there and you'll be looking for the look in people's eyes, that they get it, they understand. It's like, no, really, I think that guy knows what's going on. It's going to be tough, and a lot of bros, a lot of you guys who are younger, I suggest you really sort out your friends who understand what's going on, and you stay loyal to them and good with them. Start discords, start gilded, servers. Do what you can to keep your network, because it's going to be important. Most of the people, there's a huge majority of the people I've known throughout my life, Trump made them bonko. They couldn't handle it. They couldn't handle reality. They couldn't handle somebody who was trying to make them understand. All these Republicans and Democrats are blowing smoke up your ass. They're fucking with you. They're just fucking around. They're not real. I'm real. This is a real deal. And even Trump, he's a boomer. There's only so real he could make it. But also, you can't blackpill people. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. You gotta let the people have to voluntarily take the black pill. They have to take the red pill, and then they have to voluntarily say, I'm ready. I'm ready ready to look into the void. So it's going to feel pretty lonely, and especially the more there's going to be some of you that you aren't religious in any way, so that's going to be tough too. That's going to make it even kind of more tough. So a big part of it is going to be doing manly things with manly men, such as lifting weights, you know, smoking cigars, shooting pool, even playing music. You know, a lot. You're going to start realizing, those of you who are musicians, and be like, no, there's all these wokies that, and they're just getting worse. They're when you're trying to just jam, and they keep doing things that just suck so much. I don't understand. So, time, what an interesting time. What a fascinating time. We told them the wokies were bonko, and now they're all finding out. And also, I want to make sure this is said. When we needed you, Mossad, Israel, we needed you to suddenly say, you know, we have a lot of misgivings about your recent election. You know, we had a real friend in Trump. You know, we would really like if, you know, you could have helped, but nope. Congratulations, President Biden, from Bibi Netanyahu. We all saw it. We all shared it. Right. So good luck, Israel. We don't care. The right doesn't care now. We're gonna buy popcorn. That's it. You guys are gonna have to figure it out. You're gonna have to figure out somehow, because you're gonna have to do what it takes. Maybe you will, maybe you won't. Maybe you won't have the political will. You're gonna have to do what it takes. You're gonna have to deal with these fucking people. We had somebody who had a plan. It was all going to go relatively smooth, but no, oh no. And now you all are finding out, oh shit, these people really fucking hate us. And we helped them get into the Western world. We thought the right wing was going to come and get us. And it turns out that they're just as shocked by all this madness as we are. Shocked. Oy vey. We needed you, and you weren't there for us. After all those men fought so that you all could carve out a nice little paradise for yourselves, after all those white boys died, nope, we ain't helping. The right and the far right should just be like, nope, when we needed them, they weren't there for us. And then literally put it that way. What are they going to do for us? And say it. It's that. Be that mercenary. There's no more of this, oh, how could you? How could you say such a thing? I, as a upstanding guy from Texas, and I say, let me tell you something how about the Israel. And they said, oh, fuck you, old man. Fuck you, old man. You need our votes. You need our votes, homie. So you're going to figure out who your constituents are. A lot of Republicans are going to have to start figuring out who their constituents are, who their future constituents are. Yeah, a lot of Daily Wire, a lot of you guys, you're going to have to sit back and you're going to have to start really thinking hard about how fucking does it matter how right you think you are, motherfuckers. We needed them. We needed one ally to doubt, to say openly, we have our doubts. We don't trust this present government. We don't, no, we needed you, and you weren't there for us. And then every chance you got, you turned. You turned on Europe. You turned on Greece. You turned on us. every chance you got. Whoa, we should close the borders. That's anti-Semitism. Oy vey. Oy vey. Oh no, you should arrest rioters. Oy vey, how can you do that? The rioters, they're just protesting. Oy vey. No. Now you got a real tough fucking row to hoe. Good luck.